was popping mileage and shit like that, but it ain't like on no shit where
okay.
nigga a base or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Got way more money than a lot of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Fuck hoes, I fuck them real good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, time. Instead busting me some shit for 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or busting me some shit about 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Every bitch get in my bed, homie.
Yeah, like that.
Every bitch get in my bed, homie, is nothing before me. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You like the Energizer money, like, this nigga.
My dick better than a pussy. I have a bitch bucking from goddamn to the front, bitch. You hear a bitch way goddamn bitch at club movies. You will hear a bitch from here to booby trap.
Yo, but wait, so is it like meth or whatever? Like,
see, but I don't see, that was like way back then and shit like that.
So what's the new shit that they told me you gotta go back to, like some
that shit ain't about nothing. It was just some shit like, you know, everybody got some kind of like,
everybody got their vice. That's what I said. I got my vice, you know, I'll be off Hennessy, Casamigos, whatever.
Yeah, you know, everybody got their little shit, but I don't fuck with the motherfucker, the ice no more. I was saying like back then, you know what I'm saying, I remember fucking with it, you know what I'm saying, like that. Cause when the mileage started, like niggas start cutting the mileage with flock and all kind of shit. So it went with flocker. Like you know the song No Flocking.
Yeah.
So shit, niggas start cutting it with all kind of shit. So nigga ain't had no choice but to stop popping them and shit like that.
So you got addicted a little bit to some shit.
Me and CBR on ice, but a nigga vibing good. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't no post shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like dressing dirty and then crazy shit. Nigga just might sound crazy, but a lot of niggas fuck with it.
Are you getting? But you are getting it addressed, and I think that's
like
the main
that,
thing.
Like that, and then see with my shit. You see, I spoke on it, talked about it in like a voluntary drug court, and I did at my damn show. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to my PO office on a day that I ain't even have to piss. I ain't even have to come piss. You know what I'm saying? I like on some shit like to get treatment for myself. Like a lot of things.
So pretty much you kind of knew you volunteered. It wasn't like, yo, they caught you and you was trying to hide. It was like, yo, you was like, yo, yeah, nah, something ain't right, but yo, I'm
on and you know, and seek treatment myself. Like that's why they all talk about it. So you know they're respecting. I mean, it's like, you know, I want to even like do something for the people who fighting with addiction and all that shit. I'm opening up a CBD shop. You know what I'm saying? Opening up a CBD shop. You know, SG sobriety game for the people who like fighting to stay sober with their vices. They probably smoke a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed ain't really no problem, but you know, smoke the CBD. Something now, CBD weed, CBD perks, CBD Zans. People who want to feel esteem cool with the double cups, Waukesha, all this crazy shit. Walk hard, lean and all that shit. I got the CBD lean. You know what I'm saying? Hemp, all this shit. So
is it hard to like, you know, like even obviously it gotta be some outpatient program because you're here with me, right? Like, is it hard to remain sober though? You know what I mean? Like a lot of times I hear rappers say that they got to get into a certain type of, you know, mentality or a certain type of vibe for them to make music. They gotta, you know, they gotta get in they gotta get in their shit to really make some good shit. And like, you know, obviously that don't go the best with sobriety. But obviously, you know, you trying to balance both of your artists, and you probably don't need. Maybe you don't even need that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna show people like, man, nigga ain't no shit like this shit cool and all this crazy shit. Like, okay, I already gave y'all that side. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, niggas leaning this way, positive, giving back. Fuck, say no to drugs, shit like that. You ain't like look at it, nigga, as a green bean or a squat, nigga, just some shit like. And y'all, what you call it, man? Sobriety game. SG with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, change the influence. Most niggas might feel like they might seem like a lame if they tell a bit to stay sober and shit.
Nah, that's not lame, bro. Yo, Kodak, man, you're so like you know, inspirational, but also like we watching your life as you live it, and you know, just like as one of your previous projects, you painting pictures, but you're not giving us a false perception of what you going through. You're giving us the real shit, and it's like niggas could like it, hate it, but it's gonna be you. I really respect that shit. You know what I mean? Like you being 100% honest with yourself, and when the audience hears that, like, you know, the emotions that come with that, like it's really respectable. You know, I did want to, like, you don't do this too often. I feel so honored. Like, honestly, I really thank you for doing this. Like, you know, obviously, you know, I don't even really damn people really asking for favors, because I know how, you know, sometimes I look at the media again like this. You might love me this week because, you know what I mean, I'm like, yo, Kodak the bad, look, he just dropped the best song, but maybe I like report something about you and you don't even like it, you're like, yo, for that nigga act, you know. So like I understand, like, you know, the highs and lows and sometimes how it switch. So you even doing this is, like, you know, super big, and I appreciate it. But like, even talking about you not really not only doing this or even, you know, doing this podcast right now, off the record on Spotify. The last time, or one of the last time people remember you in an interview was like the Hot 97 shit, and I don't think, you know, you ever got a chance to really kind of just convey your opinion, or like why, like, you know, you took, like, there was a line of questioning that it felt like it was, at least for me, it felt like he was indicting you on certain shit, and it was kind of like, you know, it was an open case at the time. You know, what's your relationship? I don't know if you still have any with, you know, either Ebro or like Hot 97, but, you know, as a young artist, kind of getting grilled or somebody trying to make an example out of you, like, how do you think about that in hindsight now?
Shit, even see, like, in hindsight, even like before I did the shit with him, I ain't even know who the nigga was, but I was like, man, this nigga probably one of them motherfucking grumpy ass old niggas. You know what I'm saying? And so my dog, fam, Frank Castle, I'm a dog, he weefy nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was already in New York and shit like that, and he was on the way to me. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, I was already kind of holding the interview off, like, I ain't gonna walk in there yet till my dog get off the flight and pull up. Because, like, he knew, like, if he was in there and Ebro was fucking with me, he would have smacked Ebro ass on me. He would have beat Ebro ass in there. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, man, Ebro, I was like, man, damn, man. I should have waited.
It was important.
I should have waited on Castle.
You feel like he tried you. You know, I
should have waited on Castle for real, because fam what I already knew. Like, I ain't, like, he see, like, I ain't agreeing with some shit. Or like he feel like I feel some kind of way. Fam really just got on that boy ass, and I would have walked slap out that bitch. I would have walked slap. Never see what that show, like, man, I can't do me nothing to this boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gonna sue this shit out, man, but you playing with me. You know what I'm saying? With some shit like that.
Was it a situation? And by the way, like, you know, just full transparency, like, you know, going into this, I said, Kodak, you want me not to bring nothing? He said, yo, whatever. And also I told him, I'm like, I ain't gonna press you on nothing. You feel me? So whatever your answer
was, the shit over with at that time, it was like the shit was still the case.
He wanted you to plead guilty on the interview.
Yeah, fuck, nigga, who the fuck you is? So then it's like, see, that's how I know you ain't like from the street. So I'm like, all right, bro, man, there's a case and all this shit involved, man. You ain't supposed to say nothing about it. You ain't supposed to say shit because you don't know what your lawyer saying or what, like, what gonna be the what you call it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cause by the time when your lawyer go to advocating for you, if he be like, bitch, orange, and be like, nah, and it was,
you said in the interview, you said blue.
Yellow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. You feel me? So it's like, you can't say nothing, bro. You just can't. So the whole time I was fucked up about the shit, because it was like, I couldn't say nothing. Then it's like be certain little comments. Like, be like, oh, he a R word, he a rape, bro. I'm rich as fuck. I'm a handsome ass nigga. I mean, I'm saying, what the fuck I'm taking pussy for? And then I probably might take a nigga shit, or take a nigga's heart.
You rob a nigga before you try to take advantage of a woman.
Yeah, I probably both stuff. Then that's remembering, bro. It's like, I got a lot of aunties and girl cousins.
They were trying to paint you, I was speaking about him specifically. Certain people, they kind of was like, while the case was like kind of lurking, they was trying to like paint you as that type of nigga. I love my mama
dearly, bro. It's like, we here to protect them. I don't beat on girls. Nigga, I don't fight girls, homie. I don't none of that shit. I'm too gangster for that shit. I'm too fly of a nigga to be taking pussy. You know what I'm saying? Why all of a sudden, man, it be like, niggas rich, like all celebrities rapists.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't taking pussy for when we were broke. My all of a sudden we rich as hell. Now we want to rape a bitch.
Yo, I feel like it was one of those situations where they wanted you to identify with a victim without quote unquote saying that you did it, but pretty much it was gonna look like you did it because you on some like, oh yeah, my bad for what happened to her when you ain't do nothing. If you ain't do nothing, you feel me? So like I saw it, I could see the look in your face because like he was pushing a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was pushing a little bit, like he was trying to. It was almost like an intervention.
So like right now, nigga go back like nigga, you're tired, whapping, and some shit like that. Fuck that nigga, man. Wouldn't even need to be in the same vicinity. No shit like that. But with that shit was, then certain people still be like twirling like, oh, if he ain't did it, why you took that plea? That's how I know y'all don't know shit either, cause like I'm a young black male out of Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a motherfucking Huckleberry Finn town, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the odds is you going to court, you know what I'm saying? You don't know these people, like, you don't know how these people feeling. Now I put my life in the hands of jury who you don't know how they feeling, but they know I ain't did that shit. That's why they offer me that plea. If they felt like I did it, they wouldn't have came on no plea. They would have been on straight, bitch, I'm finna fuck your ass raw, no Vaseline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On some shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, them people came with, a year probation. That's a bitch. That shit 30 years. Them people dropped that, went the simple battery to the point they was like, you ain't got to report as no sex offender, you ain't got to da-da-da-da-da. And I'm already on federal probation.
And it's running the same time.
And it's running concurrent. So I'm ready to get this shit over with. I'm trying to go back home. I ain't trying to push this shit on no longer.
So they wasn't even trying to take no trial anyway.
But what if I ain't trying to set up no trial date, all this other shit, later, what you call it? But listen,
this is stupid shit about like even Twitter too. Like, you know what I mean? You're right. They gave you a plea deal that pretty much you're already going through some shit that it's the same shit that you're already going through, and you don't got to register no sex offender, blah blah. You got certain people, they be like, nah, he should afford it, blah blah. Knowing you a black male going in, tattoos on your face, you a rapper.
Who they gotta pay a bit of me and all the.
Yeah,
I ain't pay a bitch shit, no man.
Yeah,
I ain't coming off nothing. I ain't did it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting this money. You know what I'm saying? You know I ain't did that shit. They know I ain't did that shit. I took a lot of tests.
That might went over people's head, but that's some real shit right there. You ain't no nigga that pays somebody off to switch their story type
fuck
shit.
That, homie. Yeah, trust.
If you innocent, you ain't got to do all that shit.
Most
you feel me? And shit, they told that's a softball plea because they knew your other cases. They knew what you was on already. So if they really had the shit, they're not about to give you that fucking soft ass plea. That was one of the Carolinas. Like I ain't trying to say they racist over there, but like, nigga, I remember reading the town. I'm like, Kodak went the wrong place with this shit. Like, if they could catch us.
My dog, I'm trying to see who to be trying to rat son. I'm saying like, man, damn, but you straight, you show you fuck that shit. Damn, that shit going, let the shit ride out. I'm saying whatever type shit. And guess what? I was off. The case was terminated in 2 months after they saved the year probation.
Yeah,
shit was terminated in 2 months. I did a lot of tests, passed that, and
really,
trust most definitely. Yeah.
No, I seen it. Yo, you always gonna have those people trying to, because they got an agenda ready. Fuck those people. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you gotta live your truth, but also
my heart go out to the girls who are really like out here getting raped and all this shit.
What some people just don't understand, like, you know, as a black man in America, when you get hit with a case, because you don't take it to trial and you gotta beat the case, don't mean you did whatever you did, you know, or did whatever they accusing you of. Sometimes, truth be told, man, you might be innocent. You just don't want to blow trial because they lynching you.
Facts.
If they could get, and you know when they say a peer, a jury on peers, what do you think your peers in that vicinity gonna look like? Gonna be 12 white people just looking straight at you like, yo, who is this nigga? He look guilty already. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you gotta say, is gonna be like, yo, we ain't really trying to hear you blow trial. Now they really gonna say some shit. So I understand about that too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like I'm glad you could even, you know, you're even at this point. But currently though, like, you know, other than probation shit, you know what I mean? You handling all you gotta handle. You know what I mean? You're trying to work on yourself as a person. You know, I remember I talked to you way back then. I remember I even talked to Charlamagne one time, and I was like, yo, I said, I swear, Kodak called me one day. That nigga said he was in his library, he was reading. And it was like, no way Kodak be reading. You be reading this shit still, bro? Like, you know, I think that's a lot of that's one of the things that people don't realize about you. Like, you know, you be slurring your words a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, people be like, yo, nah, he not intelligent. You're not well thought out. He just kind of, he a hood nigga that's stupid. And I remember telling people, I'm like, man, if you gonna be caught up in his accent, his language, his lingo, you know what I mean? It's the same reason. I'm like, if he ain't had all that, his music wouldn't be what it is, because like that's what makes his like kind of how you talk is kind of how you rap.
I could have went to private school back then. I was that smart as shit. We were going to like some little programs, some little camp shit, and I was like beating like high schoolers and like spelling bees and shit.
Yo, I'm telling you, I remember telling him, I'm like, yo, I swear Kodak hit me, and like I remember I forgot what we was talking about, but I was like, nigga, where you at? What you doing? You were like, nigga, I'm in my library. I was just reading this shit, and I was like, damn, nigga, I would have never thought that about you, because you know I'm buying into, you know the internet. We have a perception about niggas. So I'm like, damn, I'm buying this internet perception shit. This nigga, like, even if he come from a certain background, he trying to sharpen his mind. You know what I mean? So like, I think one of those things, and you know, I'm glad your charitable efforts.
Play slow to catch you fast. You know what I'm saying? And bitch, you know, a wise man can play a fool, but a fool can't play wise. Type shit like that. I'm a Gemini. I put this shit like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, bro. Nelson, that.
Yo, in jail, have you? I feel like you'd be a dope ass poetry, like a poet. Like, you know, I always say, like, you know. And I remember
me and Tupac.
Yeah, I compare you to Pac, and every time I say Kodak and Pac, you know, everybody like, oh, why you? But I'm like, yo, in terms of poetry, I'm like, I'm hearing this nigga like he's giving poetry from his perspective. I'm hearing that shit.
Yeah. Me and Pac got a lot of this shit in common too. Both Geminis, they tried to hit him with one of the cases. They hit me with what you call it. Shit like that. Yeah, boy. I might drop me a project called Yakaveli, go bald at that shit. Do bald.
Wait, did you had what was that fucking tape you dropped? Or was it an album? It was like a play of Biggie and Pac.
Little bit Pac.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, do you kind of look up to them, or you kind of just see like how you are and maybe the similarities?
Yeah. It's like, it's one of them things you gotta look up to them. You gotta get on their flowers. You gotta, what you call it. See, them the type of niggas that's like nobody ain't never gonna say, oh, you better than them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The shit like that. That's like one of my older homeboys, like my big homie, he called me big bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one of them shit like I'm older than him, or it's like because of my money and all that shit. It's just like, I respect what you on, and you ain't little bro forever. I'm saying, when do you graduate to big bro now? You know what I'm saying? On some shit like that, like you on some big bro shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that what happened with that shit, like little big bro, but little big Pac. And it's like, yeah, nigga could be better than Pac now.
Yeah. People don't want to hear that conversation.
No, so
they want to hear that conversation.
Be better than number was. But now I'm finna do this shit like I'm sorry campaign, because I'm honestly, like, I'm sorry to everybody. I'm sorry to the people who I heard it. I'm sorry if you don't understand me. I'm sorry if you just don't like me. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to everybody that I've wronged, and I'm just sorry to all the times I made my mom cry, and I'm sorry to like all the girls whose heart I broke. I'm sorry to Young Miami. You know what I'm saying? For kind of disrespect and all that stuff like that. She accepted my apology.
She did? I be wondering if they be like responding to you when you kind of like tweet it out.
And or like just I'm sorry and stuff like that. I'm finna, what you call it? I'm finna do me like, probably run me like 200 miles or some shit like that. I'll probably run from like Arizona to Utah. I'm just running. I ran 200 miles to prove how much I love my niggas. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ran, just ran till I collapse or something. Just
Yo,
gonna do a marathon.
You a good nigga, man. You a good nigga, man.
Keep the marathon going for Nipsey. I'm gonna run for poverty. I'm gonna run for president.
Yo, I'll do that.
I'm gonna run for like equality. I'm gonna run and stop the police brutality. I'm gonna run for everything. Just do a run. You gonna come out and do a few miles with me?
Shit, I gotta lose weight anyway. Why not?
Most definitely.
Yo, Kodak, man, you a good person, man. I'm watching you, and I've covered you like for just so long. As I said, like you just one of the artists who, I've built my career partly of covering you, and I'm seeing you grow. You growing, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you growing. Like I think you realizing your space, but you human too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what sometimes people don't want to allow a nigga to make a mistake. And I'm watching you. You make mistakes sometimes, but the Kodak that I knew from a couple years ago, definitely more mature and more evolved than the person I'm seeing sitting in front of me right here.
Yeah,
so you know what I mean? It's the first time I'm meeting you, but like,
brother,
I'm so proud of you, man. Like I'm proud of you, and I'm one of those people. I feel like I just start getting in terms of even media, like people start giving my flowers, but I just want to give you your flowers. Like, man, you like
I should have brought you some roses.
Yo, no, but for real, I don't want you ever to forget it.
Yeah,
like you a legend, nigga.
I'm finna give me some shoes and stuff. So,
you that guy, bro.
Like Beats finna help me do my shoes with the K-Swiss. So I get my K-Swiss shoes.
Yo, Kodak. Yo, I'm looking forward to our next conversation. I'm looking forward. Maybe I'll join the Kodak workout plan. I'm gonna start doing the burpees. Or whatever.
Yeah, the burpees. I'm looking forward to you coming out and running a few miles with me.
No, for real. No, I'm committed.
Lamar gonna come out and do a few miles. I even got my brother Rob Wave. He finna come out.
If you do it, I'm 100% in. 100%.
Especially if my dog Rob Wave come out and do something. My dog,
that's my nigga, man.
Yeah, that's my nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that boy too.
Yo, Kodak, man. Yo, I
love that nigga, man.
No,
I love you, bro.
Yo, I love Rob Wade too. Yo, I could spend probably like 1,000 hours here. Thank you for showing up here. I know you were going to show up. Thank you for, having a conversation with me. I love you. I just want to give you your flowers and let you know you a superstar and a legend and you're on that Mount Rushmore for all the young artists. You changed the game.
I love you too, brother.
For everybody who's going to come after you, like, you're going to realize just how we talk about poetry and it be like, and we just had that conversation when it was like, yo, yeah, I'm kind of like, yo, me and Pac, we this sign right here. This nigga's looking at like, yo, man, I want to be like Kodak a little bit. I want to feel like his energy.
Yeah.
So I always look at it when, sometimes you be like, yeah, this nigga ain't give me the homage or give me the respect that, he kind of maybe took this from me. It going to be like that, nigga. You're a legend. You don't take it from everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're gonna be, your name is in the history books already. Yo, Kodak, thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Like, respect. I wish, I listen to your music and I think about, and I just hear how you talk about your mom and it hits home because, I was born in Jamaica and I feel the same way about my mom too.
Yeah.
And the way you got a passion about how you talk about her. And I love that, bro. So, I can't wait for our next conversation, but also my last thing, of course, I want to see that be resolved. I'm going to make a prediction here. And if you watch me switch up, for the next year, you could call and be like, you was fake on that. If you drop your album next year, I think you're going to have probably the best album next year. Because the wave you've been in, and if you tell me those are tapes, I'm going to tell you, I'm liking them shits more than other niggas' major releases. Some raw shit, hearing the feelings. I'm hearing the same shit that, even just more mature that you was in before you went to prison. I think people, if they're not already, I think your fans just fuck with you already. People gonna fall back in love with you, or it's gonna be new people who'll be like, yo, damn, this nigga Kodak, no matter how rich he got, he never just sold out. No matter how successful he got, he never forgot why people loved him. And that's the reason why I think you're gonna win, man. Yo, thank you for showing up, man, and thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you, brother.
To another episode of Off the Record podcast. We're here we're here 3 times a week actually on Spotify. We're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Kodak, man, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
that's love, bro.
Yeah.